methods in purchasing inventory. There are several methods we can use for purchasing inventory. Each one has its own benefits, and so what might work for one business may not for another. So we have 3 methods in purchasing inventory. Number 1 is bulk buying. Number 2 is drop shipping. Number 3 is just-in-time or JIT. So let's discuss first about bulk buying. Bulk buying, also referred to as just-in-case inventory purchasing. This is where a company would buy its inventory in bulk batches. Stock will then be held at a warehouse, third-party logistic, or 3PL facility or location at some kind in order to supply a forecasted demand. So, ang bulk buying is yung pagbili ng bulto-bulto. Ang bulk buying is perhaps the most well-known way of purchasing inventory. It could involve purchasing finished products or raw materials in a vast array of quantities, depending on what's best for business at that particular time. Pros and cons and bulk buying. Unahin muna natin yung mga pros. Number 1 is take advantage of bulk buying discounts. May mga discounts kapag bultuhan ang pagbili mo. Number 2 is potential for greater profit margins due to smaller cost per unit. Yung cost per unit ng isang product is mababa, kaya mas malaking profit yung makukuha. Kapag bultuhan kasi yung presyo ng isang product is bumababa, nagkakaroon ng discount. For example, bibili ka ng isang product na nagkakahalaga ng 6 pesos, gano'n. Kapag bultuhan mo binili ito, yung product is pwedeng maging 3 to 4 pesos. So, ang bulk buying is pwede kang magkaroon ng malaking kita dito. Number 3 is relatively simple purchasing system to set up. Madali na siya i-set up kasi bultuhan yung ng product. Wala na siyang paligoy-ligoy. Next is cons naman ng bulk buying. Number 1, cost associated with warehouse or 3PL partner for inventory storage. Masyadong magastos yung bulk buying kasi yung mga products na binili dapat diba safe. So maghahanap or magre-rent ng mga warehouse na pwedeng paglalagyan or pag-imbakan ng mga products na binili. So number 2 is risk of sinking cash in too much stock if forecasting is inaccurate. Risky yung bulk buying kasi hindi naman lahat ng stocks is mabebenta. Yung pera kasi nakasalalay dun sa stocks. So, kung hindi mabenta lahat ng stocks, malulugi isang business. For example, ako. May nag-trend na isang damit. So, hindi man ngayon yung isang damit na yun. For example, itong damit ko, hindi man ngayon. So, bumili ako ng isang bultuhan para makamura ako. Pero, pagdating ng 3 weeks, gano'n, pagkalipas ng 3 linggo, yung damit na to is bumaba yung demand. So, may mga stocks na hindi na benta. Doon ako malulugi kasi hindi na ubos yung stocks ko. Bulk buying is best for growing or established businesses that have a good handle on expected demand and profit margins. The next method of purchasing inventory is dropshipping. Dropshipping is a method of purchasing inventory where a retailer doesn't keep any of the products it sells in stocks. Dropshipping is a type of order fulfillment where store's owner don't manage inventory themselves. Instead, dropshippers buy the items for a third-party supplier who fulfills customers' order for them. For example, let's imagine you have an online store where you sell dog products. As a dropshipper, you don't need to buy hundreds or thousands of dog products. Instead, you find a third-party vendor who has the warehouse spare to stock your items. Once a customer purchases from you, your supplier takes over the process and ships the product directly to your customer. So, meron rin mga pros and cons ang dropshipping. Doon muna tayo sa mga pros. Number 1 is effectively removes the need for any inventory management for the retailer. So kung dropshipper ka, hindi mo na kailangan mag-manage ng inventory. Kasi yung mag-manage nun is yung mga supplier na. Number 2 is remove risk of cash getting tied up in inventory that doesn't sell. So dropshipping wala namang inventory, so hindi ka dun malulugi. Number 3 is lower overall cost of not needing 3PL or fulfillment tip. Dito naman is hindi mo na kailangan gagastos para sa mga warehouse. Yung mga dropshipper hindi na kailangan gagastos dahil yung mga stocks is doon naman i-stock sa warehouse ng supplier. The last one is number 4. Easy to find source and test new products. Dito is wala ka namang stocks. So, makakapag-test ka ng iba't ibang products. Dito naman tayo sa cons ng dropshipping. Number 1, profit margins can be thin from lack of bulk buy savings. Mahina yung kita kasi cost per unit is mataas. Hindi naman bultuhan yung binili, kaya mataas yung price ng isang product. Number 2 is little to no control over fulfillment speed and product or package branding. Dito naman, as a dropshipper, wala kang control dun sa pag-ship ng products. Hindi mo alam kung maayos ba yung pag-ship ng mga products kasi hindi dropshipper yung pagmamanage ng inventory o yung mga stocks. Number 3 is product are easily accessible to other dropshippers, meaning you will likely to be facing stiff competition or maraming mga kakompetensya. Dropshipping is best for startup retail business or more established brands wanting to test for a new product without investing in lots of inventory. The third method of purchasing is just-in-time or JIT. Just-in-time is usually better associated with retailers that manufacture their own products. Dito sa JIT, dito mag-order lang ng mga raw materials. Tapos, ipaprocess lang yung mga materials kapag may nag-order na. Yung paggawa ng isang product is yung time mismo na umorder yung isang customer. So, meron rin pros and cons ang just-in-time. So, dun muna tayo sa mga pros. Number 1 is reduce warehouse costs from needing to store on-hand inventory and materials. Di na kailangan ng warehouse kasi wala namang inventory or wala namang stocks. Number 2 is maintain control of your product quality and branding. Dito, ikaw mismo yung gumagawa ng products. So, may control ka dun sa product. Ma-maintain mo yung quality ng isang product. Number 3 is less waste of raw materials. Less waste of raw materials kasi kung ano lang yung kailanganin na materials dun sa paggawa ng isang product, yun lang yung mismo bibili mo. So, dako naman tayo dun sa mga cons ng just-in-time. Number 1 is any supply chain hiccup can have large effect on production. So, kapag nagkaroon ng problema sa supply chain or sa supply, maaring magkaroon ng problema sa production naman. Number 2 is supply chain lead time will need to be factored into overall under-fulfillment speed. Dito, habulin yung time ng paggawa ng order. Kasi diba sa JIT wala pang mga ready-made na product. So, hahabulin mo yung oras ng paggawa ng order ng isang customer.
Good day everyone! My name is Melanie Maya, your one-tier reporter for today. So, for today's video, I will be discussing on when to order new inventory. So, kailan ba nga ba dapat tayo kumuha ng panibago nating mga paninda? So, sabi dito, JIT and dropshipping speak for themselves when it comes to purchase order to a new purchase order. You do it as it and when each sales orders come in. So, dito sa dropshipping and JIT na we'll be discussing later na madali lang yung transaction nila when it comes to inventory stock or the inventory itself. Unlike sa mga retailers na ang karamihan sa kanila is bumababa talaga yung bilang kapag napag-uusapan na ang buying of bulk orders. Kaya, malaking tanong dito is, when is the right time to place a new bulk buy order? So, there are 3 methods in identifying when is the right time to order a new bulk buy order. So, for number 1, order pattern method. So, this would involve simply making regular fixed purchases of the same amount. It's perfect for the retailers, so now their sales number will really change, with a review taking place of maybe 1 to 2 times a year. So, ito yung mga retailers na alam nila yung sales nila is hindi gaanong nagbabago. Maybe because, halimbawa, sa online seller. Sa online seller, na nag-umpisa siya with 30 pieces of premium tops, tapos sa paubos niya yon, tapos nag-order ulit siya ng another 30 pieces, tapos sa paubos niya ulit yun, tapos order ulit siya ng another 30 pieces, because alam niya yung sales niya is hindi naman ganoon tumataas, or maybe mababa pero hindi tumataas, kaya kumukuha pa rin siya ng same amount ng order niya before. So, number 2 is counter rhythm method. So, this would involve checking inventory at fixed interval and purchasing inventory amounts that have been adjusted accordingly. It's perfect for the retailers that have a good grasp of their demands and inventory forecasting. So, ito yung mga ginagamit ng mga retailers kung saan perfect sa kanila ito kung sila yung mga retailers na iniimbestigahan nila yung sales nila or inaobserbahan nila yung sales nila kung bumababa ba or tumataas. Kung tumataas yung sales nila or tumataas yung demand, dadamihan nila yung order nila. Or kung bumababa naman yung sales nila, pababaan din nila yung kukunin nilang inventory. So, number 3 is reorder point method. This involved reordering stock once it gets below a certain level, usually set via calculation. It tends to work better for retailers with a fewer products who aren't reliant on bulk buying discount for large purchase order of multiple products at a time. So, sila yung mga retailers na kapag alam nila na kumunti na lang yung paninda nila, isa-order na ulit sila. Pero sila din yung mga retailers na wala silang pakialam sa mga bulk buying discount. Basta kapag alam nila na mababa na lang yung tinda nila or mababa na lang yung amount ng inventory nila, kukuha na sila ng another inventory. Next is calculating reorder point. So, ito yung naman yung gagamitin mo para malaman mo kung kailan ka ulit order ng panibagong mong inventory. So, purchasing inventory based on reorder point is very a common method to use. So, common method na to kung ginagawa ng mga retailers. In essence, an item reorder points needs to be as soon as safety stock levels hit. So, kung alam mo na tamaan na yung safety stock mo, halimbawa 55 yung safety stock mo, kung alam mo na bawasan na yun, kailangan mo na ulit bumili ng panibagong inventory mo. So, for the formula of this, ito yung formula niya. Lead times in days times the average sales day volume plus yung safety stock. So, for example, may example po tayo dito. Imagine we typically sells 11 blue t-shirt each day. If we aim to always keep 50 in safety stock, and it usually takes 7 days to receive and put away new inventory, then reorder point would look like this. So, kung ano yung way ng pagtitinda mo, dapat alam mo kung ano yung method na gagamitin mo. So, kapag example, magigis ako na kapag halimbawa, seasonal yung product mo, tapos yung way of ordering mo is pa konti-konti lang. So, kung alam mo naman na seasonal yung product mo at mataas ang demand ng ng product ko, kailangan dapat taasan mo din yung pag-order ng bulk buy inventory mo para sayang din kasi yung makukuha mo na discount from the bulk buying order. Sayang yung makukuha mong discount doon. And siya pa rin yung kapag malaki ang tutubuin mo kapag marami kang discount na makukuha. Reorder point equals 7, which is the lead time natin times 11 na nabebenta natin araw-araw plus 50 yung safety stock natin. So, reorder points equals the lead time times the average sales volume natin is 77 plus 50 safety stock natin. So, the reorder point natin is 127. So, once na makabenta na tayo ng 127 blue t-shirt, kailangan na natin umorder ulit ng panibago nating paninda. So, that's all guys. Thank you po for watching.
Hi everyone, my name is Jericho Segovia of PSA 3. So my topic is how much new inventory to order. We've covered when the best times is to place a new for case order. Next comes the question, how much stock is the best to order at one time? How much stock is the best to order at one time? While there is no actual limit to the amount of shares you can purchase in a company, it's possible that there will be rules or restrictions that may interfere with your ability to buy as many shares as you want. No? So, to answer this are several things to consider. These are considered is forecasted demand. No? What is forecasted demand? No? Forecasted demand. Demand forecasting is the process of predicting time sales by using historical sales data to make informed business decisions about everything from inventory planning to running plus sales. Demand forecasting helps estimate the total sales and revenue for a future period of a time. Examples, a leading can make a reference to the last 12 months of actual sales of his cars at model, engine type, and color level, and based on the expected growth, forecast the short-term demand for the next 13 months for per case productions planning. No? Next is bulk buying discount. Bulk buying discount, a cheaper price than usual offer to customer when they buy a large quantity of something. Bulk discount or purchasing of 100 or more pieces. No? Examples, for a bulk purchase of products, a 5% discount is applied to the tariff of 50 to 100 units. As the tariff changed to 101, 150 units sold, a larger discount is applied, say 10%. So, carrying storage costs. No? Carrying storage costs, inventory carrying cost is the total of expenses related to storing unsold goods. The total includes intangible like depreciation and loss opportunity costs as well as warehousing costs. No? Business inventory carrying costs will generally total amount about 20% to 30% of its total inventory cost. No. And the last is ordering costs. Ordering costs, also known as setup costs, are essentially costs incurred every time you place an order from your supplier. For example, the definition of cost is the amount of paid for something or the expense of doing something. An example of a cost is $3 per a gallon of milk. To inquire a specified payment, expend your efforts or loss. No? One option is to manually take this into account with your thoughts process each time you go about purchasing inventory. But we can also use a scientific method known as economic order quantity or EOQ. Now, EOQ is calculation that helps work out the most economical quantity of inventory to order for a specific product. The three variables involved are demand, the number of units sold over a given time period, usually usually a year, no? When you say demand, pag sinabing demand, it means for it's referring to consumer needs or desire to purchase or to pay for the goods and services, guys. So relevant ordering cost, total ordering cost per purchase order. This includes all staff, transportation, and any costs associated with making each purchase order, but not the actual cost of the order itself. So when you say relevant ordering cost, when you say relevant ordering costs, these are the ordering costs can include shipping fees, unexpected transportation costs, inspection fees, and other expenses necessary to acquire inventory products, just to add up all the expenses of the company incurs to purchase and receive the product, its stock, and its inventory. So the last is relevant carrying cost, assume the item is in stock for the entire time period in question and decipher the carrying costs per unit. So carrying costs are the expenses incurred by a company to keep goods on hand. Warehouse, storage, fees, taxes, insurance, labor costs, and opportunity costs are all examples of carrying costs. So that's all, guys, and thank you and have a good one.
Hello guys, yung report ko ngayon ay automated inventory purchasing. Purchasing inventory is another task that can be brought into the digital world. This helps to automate a lot of the repetitive manual tasks while also taking care of some of the complicated forecasting and mathematics involved. Sabi dito, ang pagbili ng inventaryo ay isa pang gawain na maaaring dalhin sa digital na mundo. Nakakatulong ito upang i-automate ang maraming paulit-ulit mano-manong gawain habang alaga rin ito ang ilan sa komplikadong forecasting at matematika na kasangkot. Example natin itong 4. Ang sabi dito, pamahalaan ang lahat ng iyong mga tagapaggastos sa isang database na tulad ng CRM. Yung pangalawa, mano-manong magdagdag at mag-alis ng mga produkto sa mga order ng pagbili ng digital. At yung pangatlo, yung i-auto-populate ang mga order ng pagbili na may mga item na mababa sa stock at sa ibaba ng point ng muling pagkasunod-sunod. At yung pang-apat, i-email ang order sa pagbili sa mga supplier. Ito guys, panoodin nyo. Ito yung sample ng sa report ko.
MSM Solutions helps your business take control of inventory and enhance product visibility with RFID integration and portal track. Radio frequency identification, or RFID, uses a small silicon microchip and antenna that allows you to instantly count, track, and manage millions of items in real time, cutting costs and accelerating your supply chain. Portal Track gives you the power to control your data with robust data integration to a variety of business systems. MSM Solutions Portal Track keeps you connected and organized with real-time monitoring and customized analytical reporting that can be deployed across multiple platforms, including mobile, desktop, and web-based systems. With over 30 years in the business and customers all around the world, MSM Solutions is a proven and trusted leader in RFID integration. We make it simple, quickly providing you with a turnkey solution that is custom tailored to meet the needs of your business with on-site hardware and software integration, state-of-the-art Zebra printers, encoders, and fixed and mobile readers, as well as best-in-class support and training. Trust the best in the business. Trust MSM Solutions.
Common below are some frequently asked questions we typically see when it comes to inventory purchasing for retailers. What is a purchase order? A purchase order is critical commercial document is the process of purchasing inventory. It effectively creates a new order with the supplier, detailing all the items, quantities, and agreed prices for either ready for sale goods or raw materials to be used in manufacturing. Ang isang order daw sa pagbili ay isang kritikal na dokumento sa komersyong GS. Ang proseso ng pagbili ng inventaryo. Ito daw ay epektibo na lumilika ng isang bagong order kasama ang isang tagapagtabos na nagdedetalyin ang lahat ng mga items at dami ng pinagkasundoang presyo para sa alinmang handa ng ebenta, kalakal o hilaw na materials na gagamitin sa paggawa. What are the methods of purchasing inventory? Number 1. Bulk buying. Ito po ang pagbili ng maraming dami ng isang particular na produkto karaniwan sa isang diskwento. Number 2. Dropshipping. Ito po ay isang paraan ng pagtupad ng order na hindi karaniwan ng isang negosyo upang panatilihin ang stock ng mga produkto. Number 3. Just in time. Ito po ay isang pamamaraan sa pamamahala ng inventaryo kung saan ang mga kalakal ay natanggap mula sa mga tagatustos lamang kung kailangan ito. Ang pangunahing layunin ng pamamarang ito ay upang mabawasan ang mga gastos sa paghawak ng inventaryo at madagdagan ang paglilipat ng inventaryo. How do you calculate the order point? A reorder point can be set for each product or variant a company holds into inventory. It is a specific point in time that acts as a trigger to reorder as so as stock time sheet to that certain level. It is important to take into account the typical lead time between ordering and receiving a new delivery. It helps to ensure stock don't occur while waiting for new stock, and also that safety stock level are eaten into. Yung reorder is a set of inventory na hawak ng company, product at variant. Ito ay isang tukoy ng punto sa oras na kumilos bilang isang gatilyo upang muling mag-order bilang so. Tulad ng stock na babawasan sa tiyak na antas, ang mahalagang isaalang-alang ang karaniwang oras ng lead sa pamamagitan ng pag-order at pagtanggap ng isang bagong paghati.
Broad inventory storage options. The first thing to assess is exactly where you'll be storing inventory. To do this, you typically have few options. So we have 3 options in storing inventory, and these are dropshipping, third-party logistic or 3PL service, and self-fulfillment warehouse. In storing inventory, our first option is dropshipping. Dropshipping is a way of purchasing inventory where the retailer doesn't keep any of the product it sells. Instead, items are purchased from a third-party supplier as in when each customer order comes in, with the supplier shipping products directly to the customer, and therefore entirely negates the need for inventory storage or keeping stocks in hand. Dito sa dropshipping, hindi nagkikip ng product or ng stocks yung mga retailer. Imbis na ang kinin or ikip nila yun, binebenta nila sa retailer or yung tinatawag natin wholesaler or manufacturer. Tapos, siniship directly yung products or stock sa mga customer. In dropshipping, we have pros and cons or yung tinatawag natin advantages and disadvantages. So, ang mga pros is inventory storage is entirely taken care of by the supplier. Supplier is liable for any inventory shrinkage and lower over all costs of not needing warehouse, 3PL, or fulfillment team, and it is less risk when starting. So, the advantage in dropshipping is hindi siya risky at hindi mo na kailangan gumastos para sa warehouse. At wala ka naman po problemahin kung mag-draft of month or bumagsak yung inventory kasi liable at responsibility na yun ng mga suppliers. The cons or disadvantages in dropshipping are little no control over product quality or branding, put someone else in control of how well products are stored, shipping speed can incredibly slow, and highly competitive with razor-thin margins. So, yung disadvantages naman ng dropshipping is pwedeng yung shipment is mabagal or madelay, and yung quality or brand ng product is little and lack of control. So, our second option in storing inventory is the third-party logistic or 3PL service. A third-party logistic or 3PL service allow retailers to effectively rent space in another warehouse. You can send them inventory units directly to the 3PL location for them to store and ship on your brand's behalf. This usually incurs housing and shipping fees, but then again, eliminates the need to worry about having to store inventory. So, dito sa third-party logistic or 3PL service, inaalaw nila yung mga retailer na mag-rent ng space or another warehouse. They'll just need to send the inventory unit na gusto nila sa 3PL location para ma-ship or ma-store na on their behalf of their brand. Dito, may mga fees na babayaran for housing and shipping. Pero at least hindi na sila mag-worry sa warehouse or pag-iibakan nila ng goods or products. The 3PL service also have pros and cons. Its pros are inventory management is entirely taken care of by the 3PL service, can take advantage of bulk investment discounts without the need for a self-fulfillment warehouse, and usually involve significantly faster shipping times and more control over product quality compared to dropshipping. So, ang advantages in 3PL service is gagastos ka man, pero worth it. Just like sa dropshipping, hindi mo na need mag-worry kasi it's entirely taken care of by the 3PL service. But its shipping and quality of the product is faster and better than dropshipping. The cons in 3PL service are monthly storage fees can eat into profits for slow-moving stock, trusting someone else to ship products on your brand's behalf, and usually requires investing in bulk stock quantities. It is best for growing retail brands that have proven consistent sales and want to buy stock in bulk without a dedicated warehouse. Ang disadvantages is syempre yung monthly storage fees and yung trust din ngayon. Syempre sa panahon ngayon, mahirap na magtiwala. Lalo na ang nakasalalay dito and involved dito is yung business mo. Dito, usually required din mag-invest ng bulk or malakihang stock. And our last option in storing inventory is the self-fulfillment warehouse. A self-fulfillment warehouse is a location set up by a retailer in order to specifically store its own inventory and ship orders. This usually comes with significant upfront investment of both capital and time, like signing a lease and hiring a team. But if sales are there and the numbers make sense, then the result is more control and lower operational costs in the long run. So, here in Fulfillment Warehouse naman, it is a location kung saan ginagawa or sineset up ng retailer o wholesaler yung mga paglalagyan ng inventory or stock. Ito, need mo talaga mag-invest both capital and time, like hiring a team mas okay at mas better. At hindi mo naman na need mag-worry kasi for sure, patagal ng patagal, mas lalaki yung sales ninyo, mas lalago. The pros of self-fulfillment warehouse are complete control of the fulfillment experience delivered to customer, and initial investment can result in long-term savings compared to 3PL service. So dito, unlike sa 3PL service, yung pag-i-invest dito is pang long-term savings talaga siya, and for sure, is masasatisfied yung mga customers. The cons in self-fulfillment warehouse are It usually involves signing a long-term lease which can be risky. We will need to hire and train a team and possibly invest in warehouse software. You can learn more about what to look for in a warehouse management software here and may require moving to new locations several times as the business is growing. It is best for established retail brands planning for a long-term growth. Ito naman, syempre if you want a long-term savings, you will sign a long-term lease then. And kailangan mo mag-hire and mag-train ng team para gumawa ng mga warehouses. And possible din mabago-bago yung location ng mga warehouses kasi habang patagal ng patagal, syempre nag-grow yung business mo. Risky at mahirap man, syempre okay lang for the sake naman ng business mo at alam mo magiging worth it lahat ng paghihirap, lahat ng mga ginastos mo.
Hi everyone, today I'm going to discuss setting up your warehouse. The main goals of setting up your warehouse for optimal inventory storage are safety. Any inventory should be stored safely to prevent both injury to staff members and damage to the inventory itself. Security. Warehouses with large amounts of valuable stock will be a target for thieves, so this should be prevented as best as possible. Accessibility. Inventory will need to be stored in a way that easy to receive and put away when new, then pick, pack, and ship out to customers later on. In order to do this, there are several things to think about. Number 1, warehouse layout. Your warehouse will need to balance having enough storage space for inventory, while providing enough working space for staff to move around and complete tasks. Exact requirements will depend on each individual business, but the following areas tend to be needed in a warehouse layout: delivery or receiving area, unpacking and booking area, warehouse office, main storage area, area for excess, obsolete or dead stock, packing tables, and shipping stations. This can be tricky, especially when dealing with a limited space, so it's best to sketch out your warehouse layout to scale before setting it up or changing what you already have. Stick with simple alphanumeric combinations, leveling specific rows, shelves, and then exact bin locations. Your team should be able to look at your inventory systems and see exactly where product is located. So you always know, for example, that all your blue t-shirt, size medium, will be in row A to shelf B to bin 1, and the pattern can be continued like this. Number 2. Warehouse leveling. Specific locations and clear leveling are essentials for effective inventory storage. Larger warehouses can extrapolate forward as much as needed with the same concept. Number 3. Arranging inventory. Another key part of inventory storage is determining the exact location. Each product should be stored within your warehouse. ABC analysis is an inventory management technique that can become very useful here. This divides all on-hand inventory into 3 groups: A, B, and C. A items are of high value and bring in most of profits. B items are sold often but less valuable or profitable than A items. C items, the rest of your inventory that doesn't sell much and generates the less revenue. You can decide that A items will be placed closest to the packing desk, while C items will be farthest away like this. You can take this concept another layer deep by also identifying which products are most commonly sold together. So faster selling products are stored closer to the packing desk, and products commonly purchased together are stored close or next to each other, meaning you're doubling down on reducing walking time for each picker.
Inventory storage equipment. storing inventory in the safest and the most practical way almost impossible without investing in some form of equipment. This can differ heavily depending on the goods in question. Retailers selling refrigerator, for example, may require large location, forklifts, and heavy-duty shelving racks. While selling t-shirts, our jewelry can usually be done with simple shelf is a smaller space. Ano nga ba ang inventory storage equipment? Ang pagtatagpo ng inventory na pinakamabisang paraan ay halos imposible kung di ka gagastos sa mga equipment. Nagkakaiba, depende sa produkto na pinag-usapan. Sa mga nagtitinda ng ref, kailangan pa nila ng warehouse o malaking bodega. Samantala, kapag mga t-shirt, alakas lang, mga ano lang, ang kailangan lang nila, mga shelves o mga lalagyan na maliliit na may mga nakalagay bawat sa lugar. Number 1, shelving units. Some warehouse can work with simple block stacking of products on the top of each other, but most will need some kind of shelving to place products on. The most common ones have metal frame without wooden shelves, are easy to build, yet both robust. Access to both sides can also be very useful. One side of putting in, one for taking out. Ang shelving units, may mga produkto na maaaring gumamit ng shelves o estante para sa mga inaayos o kailangan isalansan ng mga kagamitan. Ang mga estante ay kadalasang gawa sa bakal. Meron din gawa sa kahoy, meron din may metal frames, yung mga malilit lang siya, parang wini-welding siya. At kahoy na pinagdugtong-dugtong. Ang mga standing ito ay madaling gawin, pero matibay. Ma-access sa magkabilang bahagi o kagamit-gamit isa para sa paglagay at isa para sa mga pagkuha. Bins. Warehouse bins are where your individual product variants go into, particularly for smaller items. Each bin will be relabeled and assigned to a specific variant to make it easy to locate in the warehouse. Ang bins ay ito yung lalagyan na parang drum na naglalaman ng mga particular na maliit na bagay. Ang bawat lagayan ay may mga label na bawat produkto, kanya-kanyang para siya, maglagay ka doon sa lagayan ng alahas lang talaga siya nakalagay. CCTV. Inventory is business asset and should be protected as such. Make sure to get a good closed circuit television CCTV system set up with the signage of indicate in use in order to later dibs as much as possible. Ang CCTV ang isang mga inventory asset, kaya marapat lang ito na may para siyang dagdag protekta sa mga magnanakaw. Maglagay ng CCTV at signage na masasabing may CCTV para matakot ang mga magnanakaw. Picking cart. Pickers will need a cart on which to carry all the items that are being picked before returning to packing station. This is particularly useful if you commonly sell multiple items per order or when you're using a batch of picking system. Yung picking cart, ginagamit siya ng mga pickers na pangkuha ng mga gamit, mga ganun, para sa SM. Yung mga malalaking gamit siya, diba? Yung mga nakakahon-kahon, yun yung ginagamit na, yun yung picking cart. Barcode scanner. A quality barcode scanner will help with booking in, picking, packing, conducting inventory counts, and generally keeping your inventory accurate and aligned with what's recorded in your inventory management software. Ang produkto ay nakalista sa iyong inventory management, ang barcode scanner, na mayroong software. Ang barcode scanner ay tumutulong para sa pag-book, pag-pick o pag-pack ng pagbibilang para siguraduhin accurate at magkasunod-sunod ang mga bawat product na ititinda nyo. Toots. This will set on the picking cart and carry items for individual orders during a batch picking road. These are usually simple plastic containers and will only ever hold item for one order at a time. Yung toots naman ay maliliit na lalagyan na kaya lamang umawak ng items for one order. Ang mga lalagyan na ito ay nasa picking cart at naglalaman ng items for individual orders. Packing materials. This will involve your different size shipping boxes. We recommended between speed and shipping cost, plus tape and all the protected inner packaging, like bubble wrap, shredded paper, or air pillows determined by how fragile for items are transit. Yung packages, ito yung mga iba't ibang size na mga kahon. Mas maganda kung mga 3 to 5 sizes na meron kayo nitong stock. Meron din itong tape at iba pang inner packaging po protektahan sa mga produkto na binibenta niya, katulad ng bubble wrap, shredded paper, or air pillow siya. Packing desk. A professional desk is very solid, larger than a normal office desk, and has rolls so that you can get easy access to packaging materials. It's worth having less too, so someone else can jump in during busy periods. Ang packaging desk ito ay matigas at mas malaki ito sa mga normal na office desk. At may mga disenyo angko para madaling makuha at sa mga pag-pack ng mga materials. Mas magandang may dalawang packing desk para may lugar na at isa pang tao na maaaring tumulong kapag busy ang isang periods. Printers. You'll need a good quality A4 laser printer for invoices and typical 6x4 shipping label printer. Dymo is great for this. For your A4 printer, think about speed of printing the first page, speed of printing multiple pages, and cost per page. Kailangan ng good quality A4 laser printer for invoices at ang mga typical na 6x4 shipping label printers. So, pili ng mga dapat isa lang alang ang bilis ang pag-print sa first page, bilis ng pag-print sa maraming pages at mga cost ng magagastos mong page. Shipping computer. This dedicated computer solely for shipping out orders, printing out labels, marking orders as shipped, sending out tracking details, or using shipping software. It bestows opportunity for a touchscreen to remove the need for keyboard and mouse in this fast-paced environment. Yung shipping computer, nakatalaga siya para sa mga pag-ship out ng orders, pag-print ng labels, pag-mark ng orders na na-ship na, o pag-send out ng tracking details. Ang mga shipping software, mas maganda kung touchscreen para mas mabilis. Shipping scales. This way, all pack, shipment, and send details to your shipping computer via direct connection. Dymo are again a great option for scales. Yung shipping scale, ito yung nagtitimbang ng mga napak na shipments at pagpapadala ng details sa shipping computer via direct connections.